Hello. I'm streaming early today because I want to get this done out of the way and I have a birthday party later. So that's what we're doing. Goddamn, lag, okay. Damn, okay. Minor amounts of lag for Cluster Truck 2016, but it's okay. Ooh. I don't know what I did there. That was silly of me. That was silly Billy. Hello? Okay. Goddamn. No one wants to go in the streaming hall now because of how long Spade was just streaming. I think Spade's probably mega asleep because she spent all night up. If I had to guess. Oh. Hello. Oh yeah, Mario time. Hello, Trey. How you doing? Damn it. Hello. Damn it. That's good to hear. Cool. I won't get hit. I won't get hit again. I've played this before, it's fun. Yeah, it is pretty fun. Admittedly, it wasn't what I'm doing a 10 games challenge, right? Admittedly, it's not what I had planned. The game I had planned first was Spooky Jump Scare Mansion, and I played like about 30 minutes of it, and I realized, man, this is kind of boring, and it's not fun content. So I switched it out to Plants vs. Zombies, but my OBS wouldn't. My OBS would pick up Plants vs. Zombies, but I already had progress that I couldn't reset because there's not multiple save files for Plants vs. Zombies. So this admittedly was my third game choice, but I do like the game, so that's good. That's infinitely better, you know. I think playing the game is fun. Your favorite game is Rivals? That might be fun, but I need games with like a tangible ending. I've played Rivals before, and while I think it's a good game, it's not all for the challenge. Whee! But maybe at some point I should consider streaming Rivals. I have a few, maybe like 40 hours. I'm kind of bad. I'm bad at most games, so can I friend you? I actually have a public Discord server with a lot of my friends if you want to join. It's called Studio Tsunami. So you can reach out to me anytime. Let me link it in the chat real fast. Is it shorts? Yes. It is shorts. There you go. So feel free to join if you want. I am in there. I'm active. And we can talk about whatever. I don't normally... I play Xbox? Okay, I don't have Xbox. Unfortunately. I guess we're more of a PlayStation household here. And I think Xbox is pretty good, though. I think it has, like, good deals on games. And good games in general. What's your Roblox username? I think it's CB Animation. Kind of old. I wouldn't have made that. What was I thinking? But I don't play Roblox super often. There's kind of a bunch of stuff going on with Roblox that I want to like Roblox and its developers, but like the people on there sometimes, like the people who actually made Roblox the game rather than like the games on Roblox, they're just not always the brightest of the bunch, unfortunately. Whee! Yippee! Okay, bro. Okay, all of the cars are sideways. This isn't just a me thing. So what are we gonna do about this, guys? No, okay, die. What's your character? You mean the one on screen or on Roblox? On screen. Oh, I like that it shows my Steam notifications on stream because of how old this game is. They have like a blue sweater and red beanie, kind of like what I look like here, just without the stuff on my face, the skulk. Because we couldn't get something on that looked good. Bam. Hello? Oh my god. How do you spell your name? CBANIION. I believe. Thanks for quizzing me on how to spell my Roblox username. If I got that wrong, I'm very embarrassed. But that should probably be it. CV animation. I kind of want to change it, but you know how it is. That's like 100 Robux. I don't want to spend Robux on Roblox. Or I don't want to spend money on Roblox, I should say. Not my cup of tea. Damn. Whee! Oh. Is your skin color blue? Oh, yeah, that's what I look like right now. Yeah. Yeah. I have... My friend put me on a Roblox profile. Hi, Alfred. That's, like, blue with a red sweater. So, yeah, that's me. My bad. I gave you misinformation. I beat the night a second time. No mantle? Or mantle. I sent you a friend request? Thank you. Thank you, Trey. I'll look at it later. Come on. You got this. You don't got this. Okay. No shadow mantle? Nice. 8 items left. No hit, right? You no hit it? No mantle? Well, that's kind of what you have to do, isn't it? Oh, I believe in this truck. My full name is @Rayo. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I probably butchered it, but yeah. My bad if I did. Yeah. Where are the cars over here? I think I didn't... Hold on. Utreyu. Okay, thank you. Utreyu. Should I just call you Trey like your thing is? I think I didn't use the revived Dutch twists. Yeah, I want to show a cool trick. What's your cool trick? So it wasn't no hit. You didn't no hit the knight. Okay, yeah, nickname. Okay, got it. I talked to Spade about something at some point, because now I'm curious. But that might be a little insensitive. I beat him in like 5.5 minutes. Nice, wasn't no hit. Are they allowing you to not no hit it, or am I silly? Oh, it's this level. Olive Boulder. You're OP, thank you. I just did some crazy stuff, but yeah. Should I no hit? I say no hit. I don't really care about the apology thing. Just stop talking about Lolly in my chat. But I think they want no hit. I'm 11. Okay, good to know. Good to know, man. Hey, Breezy. How you doing? I'm early today. Because I have stuff going on later. I have a birthday party to attend for an unk. What's up? Not much. Not much. I'm very close to the end of this challenge, so I can finish it and then not have any more motive to stream ever again. Although I'll probably stream again. Maybe. Probably. I gotta get a job though. No, I ain't no hitting that shit. Oh, what? Man. Lame. Oh, wait, am I not going that way now? Okay. My username is Cheetos. Okay. Thank you. Should at some point today I need to call Spirit Halloween and see what the intel was on getting a job there, because I did an interview. Nice. I changed my defense strat to attack strat. Okay. Hey, No Name, how you doing? I know I'm a little early today, but my parents are gone, so I wanted to take the time, since I have stuff to do later today, to just get this game done, because honestly, I don't really even want this to be my game number 7, but it kind of had to be. I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying to think of like the difference between Doors and Spooky Stuff Scare Magic, because they're very similarly formatted games. But Doors is obviously better for me, but I can't exactly tell what it is that makes that so. I subbed? Thank you. Thank you, Trey. Yeah, no name. I'm doing good. I have a birthday party later. They're turning 18, so they're And I can't make fun of them because I'm unk, but like, you know. Watch, I'm gonna beat this game in like 30 minutes. I'm gonna be like, well, what now? Because I still have to work on a Portal thumbnail. Because I thought I was gonna get a Portal thumbnail. But then the 3 separate people I asked for a Portal thumbnail, none of them are making a Portal thumbnail. So I'm not. I had to make my own Portal thumbnail. Speedrun Minecraft? I'm honestly thinking I might. Like, just for the fun of it, and to say I got another game anyways. Like, okay, what if I beat this game, and then I beat Minecraft, so that's 11 games. I don't gotta do the buggy story now. I'm gonna play play strongest while watching? Okay. 7.5? Yeah. What was that? Why did I bounce off it like that? No, you still gotta do Buggy Story? Okay, but low-key, I'm sorry. He's being a little irritating about it. Mostly just the thing to where I changed my game yesterday and he made a big fuss about it. Cause I'm not the first one to have changed their games for the challenge. And I thought I remembered Spookies more fondly than I actually do. And Plants vs. Zombies didn't work. And I never told him I wasn't going to do the Buggy Story, to be clear. Every time he's asked, every time, I go, yes, I'm going to do it. And he just treats it like I'm swearing it off. I'm not. He just keeps asking, even though I've already told him. Whee! And his rage bait is working, to be clear. He's definitely rage baiting me, and it's definitely working. Yeah, that's how randoms is. Oh god. What is this? Oh, there's missiles. Yeah, he's definitely rage baiting me, and it's obviously working. He's getting under my skin a little bit. It's the whole reason I did One Piece Grand Adventure in the first place. Because his methods just work on me. And I don't like that at all, but they do. Ugh. Don't fall for the rage bait, CV. Well then am I to do One Piece Grand Adventure Buggy Story? Because I already beat the game. But it's not just randoms now, it's like other people want it too. But the entire thing about Buggy Story is that I was going to do it, but I don't have a save file anymore. The totally real method of playing that Random specifically gave me didn't save my game. And now I'll have to replay like the 6-some hours that I played doing the Leafy Story in order to do the Buggy Story. And that's just, on top of the fact that I didn't have, it wasn't an unenjoyable game, per se. It's a bit dated. I didn't really enjoy it, and I felt like it wasn't great content. But I feel like for the bit, I have to do it. But that also entails having to replay. And I was having points in that stream where I was having no fun because some stupid thing, some way the game was designed, you know. Separate stream? No, he specifically wants it for the 10 games challenge. I've asked him before. He will say play One Piece Grand Adventure on the PS2 for the 10 games challenge. I have a stream up still where I tested how far he goes on that, and I made him really specify One Piece Grand Adventure owned by 4Kids for the PS2 and GameCube on the 10 games challenge that was founded by spiritspade. That's how detailed I made him go. Before I just agreed to do it. Okay. I low-key don't know what I'm gonna do after this challenge is over. I got I'm kind of taking this opportunity to stream a lot of the games that I wanted to stream. Like, Anton Blast was on my list of things to stream, and now I've beaten it, so... So was Celeste, so was Cult of the Lamb. I got a lot off my plate now. So was One Piece Grand Adventure, I guess. I want to land on... No, I don't. Okay. Well, it's over. Nothing bad could happen to me. Um. I'll have to look at my Steam games at some point and just like go through what I think could be a good stream. Or I could just spend the rest of my summer looking for a job. Because I need to do that. Ooh, stay on. Okay. But also, like, I don't know if I physically have it in myself to just look for jobs the whole day. I heard someone say you should play Hello Neighbor. Yeah, someone said that the other last night, I think. I don't remember who. Do I really want to play Hello Neighbor? Is the strife that I'm having with that specific request. Because of all games, it's Hello Neighbor that's being requested here. And I'm not like a huge diehard Hello Neighbor fan. I've known people who are diehard Hello Neighbor fans who I don't like, but I could still do it, I guess. I actually beat him in 13 turns in 4 seconds and 53. Nice. No name. Hold on, I'm gonna give you mod. I just remembered. What chat are you in? You're in. Okay, you're in this one. Can review and yeah, that's what you need to do. You're just standard mod. I don't know if that's bad or not. Tell me if like it's not enough for like the basic requirements. I'm just saying that because I know Alfred's here. In the past 2 days I've streamed. Yeah, there's 2 levels of mod. There's like standard mod and like I think there's 3 actually, because there's also like you can be a manager on the channel, but there's standard mod. I don't know what the other mod is called. I didn't really look at it, but it's just like I think you could do other stuff that you wouldn't really need to do otherwise, but I guess if you need it for something, whatever. I'm adding you here because you know Alfred's here, and the past 2 days, yeah, you didn't use a boss weapon, cool. The past 2 days I've streamed, Alfred has come on and told me about the plot of his Lolicon that he's watching. And if he starts talking about that again, I'd like you to, like, shut him up. He's on the shorts, I think. Whee! I think I've spent standard chats in, Spades mod. Okay. Okay, Alfred, I trust you for now. Alfred is in long form? Oh. Is he? I thought I saw him in shorts. Well, whatever. You can't tell on OBS, and if I wanted to, I'd had to go to, like, whatever it's called. YouTube Studio. And I'm not about looking at, like, 3 different things at once. 2 I can kind of do. But like I struggle when it's more than that.
Hello.
Hello, Wade.
Quickly, I need to tell you something about the stream title.
What about it? Hold on, I'm gonna turn you up real fast.
I think that your title is pretty clickbait. I know you want to get with trends, but technically
I'm not driving.
You're not driving a car.
That is true, but like these are brigand trucks. Kind of. It definitely is clickbait, but whatever. It's fine.
Were all these guys driving right after a beer?
I mean, look at how they drive. I wouldn't be surprised, Wade.
To be honest, yeah, that's true.
He does have a point, No Name. That is true. I think the other mod can like change my stream title. I think that's what it is. Hey Trey, welcome back.
I feel like we need to get Logan in here.
We could. I know Spade's not gonna join. She's probably taking a fat nap.
After the 7-day stream.
Yeah. She stayed up all night, I think, to get to 8 a.m.
I'll be right back.
Alright. You lost 5 times, Trey? That's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate issue of skill. That's kind of mean. Cool. Yeah, I get Logan in here? I mean, if Wade's coming to get Logan right now, that's cool. Oh, I need to go in there. But I won 1 time, nice. I don't know what it is recently, but I've been getting, like... Maybe it's just because I'm doing shorts, and this will inherently happen. But I've been getting...
Logan might be coming.
Okay.
Trey... I'm the green man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Wade.
Wait.
So, make sure he doesn't say
crazy.
anything kind of crazy, you know. That's all. He's fine for now. I don't like him entirely, but he's fine. He hasn't done anything yet. He's pretty calm at the moment. Oh, that's...
There's a reason why I have an angry
He's just a viewer, Trey. I don't think you're watching from the same platform that he's watching on. Like, if you see in the corner, I have like a chat. I'm streaming on 2 streams. Yeah.
Yo, I'm pretty sure this is the game that like is usually accompanied with like a story or Family Guy clips.
It is.
So,
I've known about this game, like, since it came out, because I watched, I think, Markiplier play it, but, I bought it recently, and I was gonna stream Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion for my 7th game, and I played it a bit, and I was like, okay, this, is kind of boring, and it's not very good content. So I tried to switch to Plants vs. Zombies, but I couldn't wipe my save file for Plants vs. Zombies. So I had to settle for this. Where am I going? Down? Just down? Oh. Oh, really? I'm a new John Spader. What did he specifically do? So yeah, what Alfred did, I'm kind of mostly not in the know, but I believe it's mostly like a platypus situation. And he did something kind of wrong with platypus.
He's a freak!
He's also a freak. What did he do with platypus again, Forzon? Okay, well, I guess he's gone. Yeah. Was it like doxing or something? Today is the 2nd day I have my first phone. Nice. You know, I don't know what it is. It's probably just because I'm streaming on shorts, and this is inherently gonna happen. But I've been getting more kid viewers now, as of recent. How did I live that? Which I don't mind as long as I don't get like DMCA'd.
Rapper the Raper.
What? Oh,
No Name just said that.
I don't remember that. Wait, what? You're... How old did you say you were, Trey?
Well,
I thought I was a tween. A tween, yeah. still, a teenager is still a kid. By law. Like, police say that you're still a kid. 11 is kind of a tween. And you're like one of the younger viewers I have too, and that's not an issue. I'm 18. I'm kind of unk. I'm like the oldest person ever, man.
Yeah. You are the oldest person ever.
Yeah. That's why, Trey, you asked me for, like, contact, and I didn't want to give you that, because I could get in a lot of trouble for that. Frankly. And I'm not in Roblox, though, because, like, I don't really give too much care to my Roblox account. I never asked for your contact. I thought... Did you not? Hold on. I'm gonna look through. Oh, I'm doing great. Can I friend you? I guess you did just ask for my Roblox, huh? My bad. You know, when someone says friend, I immediately go to Discord. Why is the...
By the way, what do you think is the most annoying bed
wait.
defense
I
in Bed Wars?
accidentally turned my headphone all the way down. That's why I couldn't hear the music.
What do you think about the most annoying bed defense in Bed Wars?
Are you looking at my old videos, bro?
You misspelled defense.
I'm sure I did. God, I was probably 14 when I made that. It's also filled to the brim with people we don't talk to anymore. If I remember correctly. Which I think I do. Ooh, that's clean.
Okay, your Minecraft name is CB Animations.
Yes, that was back when I was CB Animations, and I didn't make any animations.
Yeah, you didn't make any
CB, why did you escape from the prison and stole the diamond? You know what the worst part about those videos were? I didn't have much fun making those, but those were like some of the best performing videos on my channel. And I was so upset whenever they did well, because I didn't want to do more. I didn't mind Henry Stickmin, but I didn't want to do more. It wasn't, like, remarkable content. Most people have seen the different endings for Henry Stickmin. And that just really annoyed me, because at the same time, I was working on, like, a story on there, I think. I don't know if it's still up. But, like, I was working on something, and I wasn't seeing a lot of success, you know? And then I upload a random playthrough for Henry Stickmin, and it does better than normal. To be fair, kind of low, still, like, in the hundreds. But, like, that's better than what I'd normally see if I made a video, probably even today. Maybe I'd get like, in the hundreds today, because we have more of, like, a fan base. But I wouldn't be surprised.
But just remember, the amount of videos you have is still more than the spaders.
Yeah? I don't know, I'm probably not gonna, like, unlist any of my videos, but I've always heavily considered it. This is kind of crazy. What's going on here? I trust you, car. You're not gonna get hit. Oh, shit. Okay, you got hit. Let's reconsider this. Okay. What other videos are on my channel, even?
Fixing Minecraft's inventory issue with babies.
I did do that.
Meeting.
Yeah, that was, Minecraft SMP lore.
Put I in between the S and M.
Hmm?
Put I in the middle of S and M in SMP.
Oh my god. You know, that probably was the kind of humor we did back then. Yeah, I have to do that. I'm playing Rivals? Nice try.
You had titles like Meeting,
I did.
Visitors.
Because, honestly, it was only for lore. It wasn't supposed to be that good of a video. I'm level 146 on Rivals. Dang. I think I'm level, like, 3, man. Yeah. Be right back. My mom's here? Okay.
I will say
Please.
something.
What?
The titles for some of your videos are kind of similar to kind of what Randoms did with some of his titles, like Teaser, 630,
Yeah.
The Cure,
Some of my titles I tried to be like, if it was for like a story thing, I'd try to
Or
be like
Emperor.
a little more like subtle.
He Will Return.
I had Lonesome, which is probably still up. I don't know. But I was trying to make something there, and I kind of just like lost the motivation. Am I waiting for the fans to stop? What's happening? Oh, the goal's coming to me. Okay, I see. I just beat sci-fi. Steampunk. Ugh.
The most popular, maybe random stream is the third 60-hour stream.
Oh, okay.
Well, the third 26-hour stream, which was called 60-hour stream because it was basically the first wheel-a-thon.
I think mine is probably Pizza Tower. I'm pretty sure. The dogs were just barking at our goats. E-I-E-I-O, dude.
E-I-E-I-O.
Wow, Indonesia is threatening to ban Roblox? That makes sense. I'm not surprised. I knew there was gonna be some countries taking action where, like, our country won't, you know? And I think that's good. Oh, Cole. You can't prank me, dude. I'm not gonna make that. Ooh. Okay, and then I do this, and that, and then that. Man, I'm so good. I'm probably gonna beat this game today. I have confidence that it won't take that long. Wait, what do you think about Roblox right now?
Roblox right now, Roblox is being a poo-poo baby fart, killing the vigilante from Pizza Tower.
Yeah, you know, the weird thing about it is that Schlep isn't even a vigilante. A vigilante would mean, like, pretending to be the police when you find the perpetrator. and like punishing them yourself. No, he reports to the police and Roblox. So he's not even a vigilante. He's just like being like a source of information, and they don't like that.
Yeah. Roblox just looks at him and thinks, "Wow, he looks like a blob of cheese with a cowboy hat."
Uh-huh. Damn it. It's kind of a not great level. No, that's fine. I dodge. Damn. Oh, I thought they were gonna shoot from the other way, and I'd get launched. Damn. We did it. Cool. Wait, how old are you again? I low-key forget.
About like 13.
Okay, about. Glad that you're sure. Okay, you're. No name. Are you saying you're 13 or is that your guess for Wade? Okay. I'm just wondering. I don't know why that. No, it probably just popped in my head because of because the amount. Oh my god, I have to time this way better than I think I do.
By the way, I'm pretty sure like the stream is a little dead.
A little bit delayed or something. A little bit what? What's up? Oh yeah, I forget that Wade and Plot are the same age. Plot's like Unk to me, but not at all. He shouldn't be Unk, but like he's like Fred. I kind of view him more as Unk. Roblox will finally be popular. Because Indonesia is banning it? What? What's Roblox? Am I missing something? Or is that just like... What is this? This is not steampunk. That does not happen in a steampunk setting. Whatever this is. It's a new site I'm gonna make. Okay, yeah. I'll be with you to support it, man. What Roblox is gonna be the next big thing. Next big meme face, I believe it. Why? This is not steampunk. They just wanted another excuse to make another futuristic level. I'm very passionate about steampunk. That's unfortunate to say, but I am. I trust these cars. I'm gonna get the... I'm not even... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. These cars with my life. No, it's not.
By the way, Stevie,
yeah?
Like, before, like, you got, before, like, you and Randoms were, like, pretty good friends, like, this friend group, like, existed.
Uh-huh.
Before that, just... I'm pretty sure you guys, like, hated us.
No, we didn't hate you.
But like the spaders just like
You-
for example, in the 60-hour stream, they just kept on spamming the angry face.
No, that wasn't hate. I think we were making fun of Finn for whatever reason. I don't remember what all that was about. I wasn't involved in that, I'm pretty sure.
And I'm pretty sure a good chunk of spaders just try to get Gartic phone and simply
Yeah,
bad
that was
things.
because Finn was like mad paranoid that we were gonna do something in Gartic Phone. Or that they were going to, even though we weren't. Pikmin's making a website, apparently.
I even said
I'll sponsor it.
warning 1.
Well, I don't think they really had intentions to do anything. It's just that, like, there's been Gartic phone stuff in the past, and Finn was just concerned. And I don't blame him, to be fair. If it wasn't Finn, it might have been me that warned. But, no, we didn't hate you guys. You guys definitely made content a lot different to ours, but we didn't hate you. Bro, Gartic phone was so peak, yeah. I was kinda... I don't like Gartic phone all that much, but I was kinda... I felt like I was missing out a little bit when I was just, like, playing Anton Blast while you guys were doing all that the other day.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to do Gartic phone again because the antics you guys were up to last time were pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like,
I like...
Logan does a punch and then immediately cuts to Luigi pregnancy. Sorry, this canister,
No.
this gas can, this helium canister only goes up to 8.
That was hilarious at 1 to 2 in the morning. I wish you guys could have seen, like, the original Evil Finn design. Because we did it on Spade's stream, but you couldn't see it because she was sleeping. But we kept adding details to Evil Finn. And the Evil Finn that you guys probably saw in the gas canister, the Evil Finn that you guys might have seen in, like, the public Discord was not the original Evil Finn that we had, that we were making. And I kind of missed the old design, but I guess Platt wanted it to be, like, an actual design, which I don't blame him, admittedly.
Accidentally went to the wrong channel for a second.
Oh. Well, it was so funny, and it's actually in the thumbnail of the video, but it's not even, like, the fully detailed one. But we just had so much fun making it, because we'd keep adding really stupid details, because admittedly, love Finn, he has a lot of silly details in some of his stuff that he does, like, his character specifically. So we just kept adding silly details, like, hey, put Christmas lights around his legs. Hey, make a bone sticking out of his skull. Don't kill me. Are you going to delete me now? Why are you driving into a tree? Okay. The Louisiana Attorney General Liz Morrow has officially filed a child protection suit against Roblox. Okay, damn. That's good. I'm glad they're getting their ass sued.
Sue the people who support like not being a good person.
I don't watch a lot of Creekcraft, but I watched the Creekcraft video this morning. And I'm glad that there are, like, government officials that are willing to take action against this. Like, all the stuff that they do and justify because it gets them more players. Even though it should be a net positive for their business if they were to get rid of those people. But no, they instead choose to harbor those people on their platform because they're afraid to lose. I'm sorry, Trey. Yeah, it's kind of a topic. I know. We could keep it down for now.
Like, I remember Randoms went on a speech.
I'm sure he did.
Just talking about how, like,
But we should.
talking about this. I'm talking about how a pain in the ass the spaders were.
Oh, that. Yeah. Yeah, I think we've settled our differences for the most part, though.
Yeah, but I think it would just be fun to see this again.
Yeah.
Because it would be funny.
Damn. I just got ran over. Maybe I'm not Asgore, maybe I'm Des. Maybe that's why it's clickbait.
Yeah. Randos was like, why are you guys such assholes?
Why are you guys such assholes?
Why are you guys such
I don't know. I think, admittedly, Hello Neighbor, November 13th. Mark the day. Mark the day, guys.
I'm definitely gonna come to see the chaos, also known as, game breaking. Just in general. And always, this had DDC it, burn it, bleh. Whee!
I don't know why I'm weeing. Bam. I win. I'm so good. This is not steampunk, dude. I'm being okay, now it's steampunk. I was being nitpicky, but goddamn.
I remember when Randoms was just like, okay, Plat, you are not a spader. I don't call you a spader.
Where's the spader? Unk's with us now. Your gut's washed.
Plat was kind of the blend line.
Yeah.
The blend between spiritspade and maybe Randoms.
No, we never. Spade never hated randoms. I think it was more so like a Forzon thing, because Forzon can tend to be like kind of like mischievous sometimes, and if it's a new person, I see how that could kind of come off as like aggressive.
Yeah.
We had like the Antonia Valentine situation a while ago, which I'm not gonna talk about on stream, because I don't personally think it was good. They seem to take some kind of pride in it, which is weird, but I didn't really think it was great. Eee, damn it. I'm buns. I'm washed. Yeah, didn't they delay GTA, Alfred?
Yeah, Randoms was like, CB, I think your friends are fucking assholes.
Yeah, they kind of are, but I don't.
He just went off. He just went off, but for good reason.
They kind of are sometimes. I get that.
He was like, you should get better friends.
Get better friends, dude. I'm pretty happy with my friends, all things considered.
Yeah.
Like, sure, they can sometimes be a little bit assholes, but I think I've like learned to do with them well. And they have their reasons to do some of the stuff they do.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you said here, doing your mom.
I don't think I said. I think I'm probably the least likely person to say that. There's so many levels to this game that I don't even remember.
You said
This is steampunk.
You said I'm doing. You are muffin figure.
I don't understand that.
I mean, I guess you weren't too good at with spelling since like I don't know 3 years ago when you couldn't it's
What is this from? I don't
defense.
remember the. Oh yeah.
This stream.
Yeah.
This was the first meal thought.
I think I've known that I've had that spelling mistake for a while, but I don't really care enough to change it. It's part of its identity now. Is the typo in defense. Please, okay. This part sucks. I don't really like this. Damn. So you're like the most quoted person in the server. Yeah, but do you really think I'd say that to a mom and not a dad? And also, that's at like late nights when I'm joking around.
Doing.
Also, I'd like to say that like a majority of the time, I forget what I'm saying means. So I'll say something, and it won't process until like a few seconds after. I think I'm like stupid. Oh, damn it. You probably would. I guess. I'm pan. I normally like to lean towards more the gay jokes. Damn it.
Yeah, Random was like, Platt is part with me.
I hope I didn't get that one guy to leave because I'm too woke. I like this stream. Thank you, Trey. That's nice to know.
Platt was like, Finn is fucking lying.
Finn is fucking lying. Finn had, I believe, reasonable suspicion, but it was just a little bit misguided. I like the stream too. Thank you. Admittedly, it might be because I'm playing the TikTok. Let me get like a.
Get Family Guy compilation.
No. Let me get like a Reddit story or something.
Yeah.
Call my mom. No, I need that to be there. Where's the music? Do I not have like a... Oh, wait. Yeah. No, I don't have a music audio thing. I could have sworn I did. Audio. Oh no, I just have it hidden right now. Well, that's if my friend can come over, nice. Yeah, it sucks when me and Spade both stream at the same time. Well, I don't know, we just have like... What sucks is that like we have different stream times that work for ourselves, for each other. But because of our very slight 4-hour time zone difference, it's the same time. Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to find Reddit stories. Let me connect this to my browser real fast. Don't play an ad. Please.
Police.
My stepdaughter used my face to scam strangers. Then one showed up.
What?
demanding
And yeah, I
$100.
saw the
She begged me,
finished
but I told her in front
Spirit
of a judge
Spade
instead.
or W Place art.
SSN opened
Let's
credit
peek.
and called for victims.
Mm-hmm. How's the stream now, guys?
I think the stream is like the same as it was.
Well, now I got a Reddit story playing.
I can't hear it.
Receiving packages at our house addressed to me, but they were things I never ordered. The first time I was confused but assumed it was a delivery mix-up.
There we go.
It didn't turn off, I just have it really low compared to the game.
I had no clue
Yeah,
who
it is
M
really
was.
low.
My husband didn't know either.
It's still
We
low.
brushed it off as a weird mistake, maybe a friend sending a surprise, but it didn't
Oh, there
match
we
any
go.
friend. Then more packages kept coming, all addressed to me. These were
all
expensive gifts,
addressed.
designer shoes, high-end makeup kits, a fancy headset, even jewelry. All had little notes like someone was courting me. Hope you enjoy this. From B, and so on. I was very alarmed and confused. My husband joked that I had a secret admirer and was a bit uncomfortable, but we both agreed I wasn't doing anything.
My mom just
I
told
started
me
to
I better
suspect
cheat on
maybe
my
Kay,
boyfriend.
my
I
stepdaughter,
gotta do
had
some
something to
chores,
do
BRB.
with it.
Okay, I
The
tried.
gifts were more along the lines of what a teenage girl would want,
When I
not
was
me.
a kid, when I
And
was
Kay
a
had
kid,
shown
when I was a
interest in some
kid-
of those exact items before.
Mm-hmm.
I sat Kay down and asked if she knew anything about the packages. She
Have
immediately
you
got
seen like those
defensive and
videos
said,
where
no.
like it's some feed?
Why would I?
Where like
In
it
that
spans
teenager
the
with
same
attitude
video
tone.
or like this
Something
a
felt
similar
off,
video
so I did a bit of snooping. When Kay left
Or,
her
like,
laptop bag in the
a bunch
living
of
room,
shorts
I
that
checked
just
it.
have the
I found the evidence that
same
absolutely
first
floored me.
word.
Several
like-
fake online dating profiles using my
I don't
photos
know
and
what you're
name,
talking
basically
about.
my entire identity, but portraying me as a single woman. Kay had
pretty sure
lifted
there's
photos
a,
from my social media and even some personal
There's a good
details like
example
saying
I
I
could
live in our
possibly
city
send.
and love dogs and yoga, which is true about me. She was using an obviously
gotta
fake
quickly
birth date
find
to
it.
appear 30-ish. The profiles were filled with flirty messages with men. It hit me like a truck. Kay was
Like a
catfishing
truck,
men
you
online,
say?
pretending to be me, and those men sending me gifts were actually
It hit
sending
you
them
like
to our
a
address because
truck?
she gave it out to get presents and money. I also found in her messages that she had convinced a few of these guys to send her money via online transfers.
Man, this is
I
great.
later totaled over $3,000 in gifts and transfers she had
Three-
received by duping men into thinking they were in a
damn.
relationship with me. She had a secret
No, dude,
PayPal
she-
account
don't-
and also had them
no,
send
she's running a
Amazon and Visa
business.
gift cards.
I'd
Worst
use
of
my
all,
likeness
I
for
discovered
this.
she didn't stop at that. She had used my personal info, name, address, birth date,
Oh, maybe
possibly
not.
my SSN to open at least
Okay,
2 credit
okay,
card
but
accounts
actually maybe
online.
not. If it's
One
my
was a
name,
store credit
address,
card.
face, and
I
social
found a printed
security
email in
number,
her stuff about
maybe
a credit
limit
card
it a
approval
little
for Jane
bit.
Doe. Not my real name, but it was my info. I was absolutely livid and terrified. This is identity theft and fraud, not a harmless prank. She is literally messing with my credit and impersonating me
Alright,
to
I got-
strangers who
I
now
got a
know my
video,
full name and
of what-
address.
I got an
When I
example
confronted
of what
Kay
I'm
with the
talking about.
evidence, she didn't even properly apologize. She was extremely defiant. She shrugged and said she needed money because her dad,
This is
my
fake.
husband,
Yeah,
wouldn't pay
okay,
for
this
the stuff
this
she
was
wanted.
like
It's not like you were using
I
those
would have
pictures
agreed
of
with
that
the
credit
daughter
card,
for a little
she
bit
said.
until they mentioned
I
that
lost
it was
my temper and
it was
yelled that what she
also
did is basically
phone
criminal and
number,
she's risking my
address,
safety.
email,
She yelled back that I wouldn't
social
understand,
security
and she
number,
wasn't doing anything
and
to me,
face.
just borrowing
If it was
my
just
image.
the name,
It
I
was a
wouldn't
huge
care.
fight. My husband came in and tried to calm things down. My husband was upset too, but he immediately went into protective dad mode, saying things like, "She's only 16. She didn't realize how bad this was. This is just
Bro,
teenage stupidity." I couldn't believe he was downplaying
shaved his
this.
head.
I told him our address is now out there to who knows how many strange men, not to mention the financial fraud. I was shaking with anger and fear. I told both of them this is way beyond a grounding situation. It's federal crime level stuff.
Literally,
Kay rolled her eyes and said I was making a big deal out of nothing. Those guys are
No,
just losers.
okay, I think
Who cares?
the mom kind
I
of has a
needed the
point
money.
in this one, man.
I was going to stop once I got
Sorry,
enough
sorry,
for a new phone and clothes.
Kaylee, I think your name was.
She admitted she'd already bought herself a new
Yeah, there's
iPhone
this
with cash
place,
from one relationship.
Damn,
in
new
W
phone.
I was just
It
speechless.
just has a lot of stuff.
I've locked down my
There's,
credit
like,
accounts,
we got
and I'm
Rupert,
monitoring everything
we got
now.
Rupert, we
I
got
made Kay
Rupert,
give me
we got
access to all the
Rupert.
fake profiles. She had them on a couple of dating apps and a fake Facebook account. I
got
posted on those accounts that this was a scam,
Baba is
you've been
you?
catfished by a minor, and then deleted the profiles. I also reached out to one or two of the men via the app before deleting to say, "I'm
Oh,
so
I got
sorry.
Slime Rancher.
This was a fake account. a teenager was behind it, because I felt they should know to protect themselves and me. Some of them didn't take it well. Now Kay is furious at me for humiliating her and ruining her scheme. And my husband is stressed and angry, but still thinks calling the police or involving authorities would be an overreaction. He wants to handle it within the family. I'm worried because my identity has been stolen by someone in my own house.
If I don't report it and fix it,
I could be on the hook if she's opened credit lines.
What's the story about?
I also fear one of these scammed men might show up or do something crazy.
Stepmom.
My husband and I have been arguing.
There's a stepmom.
He's begging me to keep this a family matter. Handle it privately like therapy for her. Grounding, paying back money. He doesn't want to ruin his daughter's future with legal trouble. I understand not wanting to harm her future, but I also feel like this is a huge breach of trust and safety that we can't just sweep under the rug.
Which I would be fine if it was
committed
just
fraud and doesn't even seem sorry.
Some of the likeness, but
I'm
Social
posting
Security
here
is kind of
because I'm
crazy to
genuinely
use.
torn. If I push for real consequences like involving police, making her face legal or financial repercussions, my husband thinks I'd be going too far.
They did get money. She got a new
Essentially making me the
iPhone.
villain for ruining a 16-year-old's life over a mistake.
Okay,
I feel
so
like she's the one who involved me in a
have you
massive
seen those,
life-ruining mess.
YouTube
I don't want to be
shorts
the
where,
evil
like,
stepmother,
freaking
but I also don't
some
want to let
stupid-
this go, and then maybe have it happen
Oh.
again, or get worse.
where it was like
So, Reddit, am I the asshole if I refuse to just hush
Someone-
this up? Would I be the asshole for
basically
insisting on
play out like
involving
this.
authorities or other
What's that?
refuse to just
what
hush
word
this
can
up,
I not
or get
say?
worse?
The word you
So,
cannot say
Reddit,
is yellow.
am I the
This
asshole
is
if I
gonna be
refuse to
easy.
just hush this up?
Join my group chat.
Would I be the
Okay.
asshole for insisting on
Let's-
involving
I'll
authorities or
reveal
otherwise making my
our
stepdaughter
ages,
face the serious consequences of her actions?
Faces,
Comment 1.
I've
social
never
How did
that
she even
before,
get your
actually.
personal
Three
info
numbers
for
on
the
the
credit
back?
cards and all that? Did she hack into something or find documents? OP reply. I'm not 100% sure how she got my info. I keep my
And,
social security card and
and it
important
usually
documents in a home
ends
office
in-
file cabinet,
Yeah, man,
which
how
we
much
thought
you
was
get
secure.
Social Security, damn.
It's
It
possible she
usually
snooped and
ends
found
in,
my
like,
SSN
one
and
of
birth
the-
date there.
well,
She
one of the
definitely
members
knows
in the
basic
group
things like
chat
my
just
full name,
being a
address,
minor,
birth
and they
date.
get kicked out, and
Obviously,
then
my
they,
guess is she
call
either rummaged through our
like a
files or
hacker or
possibly
something.
stole a piece of mail like those pre-approved credit offers. She hasn't told us exactly how, but from what I found, she had enough info to fill out online applications. I'm now locking everything down tight.
Wait,
Comment 2. Not the
she
asshole.
applied for jobs as
This
well?
is not typical teen stuff.
What?
It's a serious fraud and could have real victims.
Dre.
Those men could even come after you thinking you scammed them. Your husband is wrong to downplay it. You absolutely should involve the police, or at least consult a lawyer to protect yourself. OP reply. Thank you. I'm definitely leaning that way. I've already put a fraud alert on my credit, and I plan to contact the credit card companies to inform them those
Can
accounts
we
were
move on from
opened
the story and go
fraudulently.
to a different
As
story,
for the
bro?
police, I'm gathering information. I do feel I need to file a police report to document the identity theft, if only to protect myself legally. My husband is very wary, but I think he's starting to grasp that it might be necessary. Comment 3. You're the asshole. What kind of stepmother are you? She's 16 and made a mistake because she wanted stuff from her dad. Your hubby wouldn't get her. Instead of understanding her needs, you want to ruin her life by calling the cops. Unbelievable. You're supposed to protect her, not throw her to the wolves for some dumb teenage error. Get off your high horse. OP reply. You are stupid. Update
Why
1
you
of first.
screaming?
Okay,
I
then
want
why
to
are
say
you
thanks for the
asking if you're
responses
the
on my
asshole
original
if someone
post.
tells you you're the
The
asshole?
consensus
Actually,
was
you're
definitely
stupid.
that I'm not the asshole, and that this is a serious issue. Many of you emphasized safety, and you were right. Things actually escalated in a scary way after I posted. I thought I had shut everything down by deleting the fake profiles, but apparently some of these men had my address, since they'd been sending packages and were very invested in the fake relationships. 2 men have shown up at our house looking for me, or rather, the person Kay was pretending to be. The first guy came after I confronted Kay. I was alone at home in the afternoon. My husband was at work. Kay was at school. There was a knock, and I opened the door to find a man in his late 40s holding flowers, asking if I was my name. I kind of froze for a second. I said, "Yes, that's me." He broke into this huge smile and said he was so happy to finally see me and started saying something like he'd forgive me for disappearing for a day and that I must have gotten his gift. This man knew things. He mentioned the type of chocolates I supposedly liked, which I now realize Kay must have told him based on my favorite candy she sees me eat. It was chilling.
guess
I immediately
people are
realized
just
this was one of the catfish victims.
listening to.
I stayed as calm as I could and said, "I'm sorry, but you've been deceived.
Okay, I guess people are
I think
just
you've been
listening
talking to someone pretending to be me." His expression shifted to
Reddit
confused,
story.
angry, and he said I didn't need to play games, that he was willing to work through our misunderstanding. It was like he didn't believe me. I told him I'm a married woman and that the person he was talking to was a 16-year-old using my photos. His face went through about 5 emotions at once. Then he got really angry. He started accusing me, saying I led him on and that I'd better return the $800 he sent or there would be consequences. I was terrified at that point and told him firmly he needs to leave or I'll call the police. I actually had my phone in hand, ready to dial. He called me a scammer, pardoned my language, and said I hadn't heard the last from him, but then he stormed off. I was shaking. I really didn't want to call the police on him right then. He left, and I was more concerned with dealing with Kay. But I did immediately call my husband and tell him to come home. That evening we had a family discussion. My husband finally seemed to understand this is not just a teen prank, it's putting us in danger. He yelled at Kay, which I've rarely seen. He was furious that her actions led to a strange man at our door threatening me. Kay started crying, but it wasn't really an apology, more like she was scared because we were really mad. She said she never thought any of them would actually come to the house, and she only gave the address for sending stuff, not to invite them over. We told her it doesn't matter. Once those men know where we live, anything can happen. We decided to step up security. We installed a security camera and changed the Wi-Fi password. My husband also finally agreed we should at least notify the police informally about the trespasser and the background situation, so there'd be a record in case something else happened. We wanted it on file.
Oh my god, can you shut up about
An officer came the next day, and we explained the situation minus identifying info of Kay for the moment.
Well, no,
the officer basically said,
the daughter bought
this is serious, and advised us to consider pressing charges for identity theft and fraud. He also said if that man comes back, to immediately call 911. I felt validated that an authority took it seriously. As if one stalkerish incident wasn't enough, another man showed up. This time it was evening. He was older, maybe 50s. He pounded on the door loudly. My husband and I were home. Kay was in her room. We both went to the door. I stayed back and let my husband answer. The guy was looking for, essentially me again by my name, saying something like, "I know you're in there. My name." It was horrifying. My husband opened the door with a crack with the chain on and told him he had the wrong situation, that he was scammed online. The man was agitated and kept saying he needed to talk to me. He even said, "I love you. Just come out and talk to me. Why are you hiding from me?" It was beyond creepy. We ended up yelling through the door that if he didn't leave, we'd call the police. We actually did end up calling the police that night because he lingered in our driveway for a while, yelling that I owed him an explanation. By the time officers arrived, the guy had driven off. We gave them our doorbell camera footage. The police were sympathetic and opened an investigation because this was now the second instance of a man harassing us at home due to the catfishing. They took a statement from Kay as well, and she admitted to talking to that guy online under the fake persona. So yeah, now the police are definitely aware. They haven't charged anyone yet, but they have the information. They advised me to consider getting a restraining order if any one individual keeps showing up. I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. Kay has been grounded hardcore, no phone, no internet, no contact with anyone except school and us. We also finally looped in on her biological mom. My husband was initially reluctant to tell his ex, Kay's mom, because he was embarrassed and didn't trust her, but we figured she needed to know what their daughter was up to. The biome's reaction was odd. She was not as shocked as we expected and mostly just said, "I'll talk to her." At this point, my husband is no longer saying, "Just a teenage mistake." He's as alarmed as I am now, especially seeing me get threatened. He did apologize to me for not taking it seriously from the start. We are united on handling this, though we still argue a bit on how far to go. I feel we should let the authorities do their thing. He's more inclined to try and settle with these men by returning money or something quietly. Speaking of which, we actually contacted a lawyer for advice after these incidents. We were advised to not reach out directly to all the men or offer money back, yet that could be seen as admitting liability, but instead to document everything and cooperate with any investigation. The lawyer also said Kay's actions are indeed serious crimes, fraud, and identity theft, but since she's a minor, it would likely be juvenile court if it goes that route. So that's where we are. It's been very stressful and scary. I'm mostly angry at Kay. We're looking into counseling for her regardless of what else happens. This whole thing is a nightmare. I will post further updates as things progress. Right now, we're just trying to keep our family safe and deal with the fallout. Comment 1. That's terrifying. Not the asshole at all. In fact, I'd be scared for my life. Did you or the police manage to identify those men? Are they pressing charges or anything? OP reply. It was extremely scary. The police identified the first guy through the info I gave. I had his first name and some details from when he showed up and from messages I'd seen. I don't know if he's pressing charges yet, but he did file some kind of complaint with the police after realizing the truth. We got a call from a detective asking for a statement. The second guy's identity we also passed on from what Kay told us. She knew his name and city from chatting. We haven't heard if he took any action, but the police are aware of him. At the very least, both incidents are on record. Comment 2.
Tour's nice.
This
I
whole
understand
thing is
it,
beyond normal teen behavior.
But what are they asking?
Where did she
She's the
even learn
asshole
to do
about?
something like this? Was her biome any help,
Initially-
or does she have friends egging her
It's
on?
far from this now, but initially,
OP reply.
she was asking
We have been
if
asking
she was
ourselves
the
that.
asshole for
We haven't
wanting
uncovered
to
evidence of friends
take
being involved. It seems like she
action
acted alone
against
online.
her stepdaughter,
As for her biome, we
using
did tell her
her
what happened,
information to
and
set
her
up a
reaction
dating
was oddly
account
mild.
to
Kids do
scam
crazy
people.
things. I'll have a chat with her.
But
That
at-
struck
but
me
at
as
this
weirdly
point
nonchalant. I don't want
I
to
guess
speculate too
everyone
much,
is
but I
on
know my
board with
husband
taking
divorced her
action.
partly due to some dishonest behaviors. Not like this exactly, but she had issues with money management and integrity. I'll just put it that way. We're not sure if Kay got the idea herself or if there was any influence. It's possible Kay saw or heard things from her mom that made this scheme seem okay. At this point, we honestly suspect there's more to it and are keeping our eyes open. I'll update if we learn anything concrete about influence from her mom or others. Update 2. I wish I could say things
Yeah,
have
she's
calmed
not the
down,
asshole.
but they haven't. We've
She's
had
not
some
the
new
asshole,
developments, including one of the victims threatening legal action, and my
no, I
husband
think
finally
she's
getting
kinda-
hit with the reality
she's
of the
kinda
fraud
not-
aspect of the
What is
situation.
Oil
After the two
City?
incidents with men showing
One
up,
thing I
we've been
will
in
say
close
about this
contact with the
woman
police.
is that
One of
someone
the
did
men,
call her
the
the
first
asshole,
guy
and
with
she's
the
like, "You're
flowers,
stupid."
M has been in
So
communication
what's the
with the
point
police
of
and is furious.
asking, right?
Through the police,
If
and
you're gonna
indirectly
ask
through our
and then
lawyer,
they
we learned that
answer,
M is
and
demanding
they go, "Actually, I
compensation
don't
for the
agree with
money
you,
he
you're
sent,
stupid."
around $800, as he claimed at the door.
But otherwise,
He's also
no, she's
talking
not the
about
asshole.
suing us, or me specifically,
The
for
daughter
fraud
has to
or
probably
emotional
work for the
distress or
money
something
back.
along those lines. Basically, he feels victimized understandably, and wants someone to pay. The police told him the perpetrator is a minor, without naming her, since they don't usually release minor info at first. But apparently that hasn't calmed him down. He's contacting a lawyer. This news absolutely rattled my husband. I think until now he saw catfishing as something contained that we could manage. But the word lawsuit jolted him. He started panicking about how we could be on the hook for money or get in legal trouble because of what Kay did. I reminded him that I am technically the person this man could try to sue since it was my identity, which is exactly why I'm so upset at Kay. That seemed to get through to him. Like he
These
finally
parts
got
making
that Kay
these
essentially
noises.
framed me as the scammer in these men's eyes. My husband actually said, "Oh God, she basically painted a target on your back." Yes, exactly. Thank you. We sat
playing
down with our
Minecraft,
lawyer,
nice.
who explained
Would
that if the
Kay
guy
to
sued
do
civilly,
something
it would
like
likely
this?
be against my
No,
husband
I
and me
don't
as the
think
adult's
Kay
parents,
would.
since Kay is a minor. That could mean
Playing
financial damages.
Minecraft.
Also,
Oh yeah,
any money
Kay.
Kay
Yeah,
got from
yeah.
these
You know
men
what?
may
They
need to
did
be
say
paid back
it was
as
Kay. So Kay
restitution.
did do this.
If this goes through
Hold on.
criminal court, we're not talking a huge fortune. From what we gathered, she got a bit over $3,000 cash total, plus gifts. But still, it's money we don't really have just lying around to throw at this because of her actions.
I like.
The lawyer also pointed out something that really made my husband go pale. By opening
Why
credit
is there
cards in
just a
my name,
place called
Kay committed
that?
clear-cut identity theft and fraud, which are crimes, even as a juvenile. If the credit card companies choose to, they could press charges or at least come after us for the balances. I did catch that early, so thankfully she didn't rack up charges. She mostly used gift cards and direct money, but one card had about $200 spent online by her before I shut it down. The credit card angle also upset my husband
Yeah, see,
anew,
now Kate
because he
is
actually
talking to
hadn't
us
fully
about
processed
this.
that part. He admitted he was so focused on the men sending gifts part that the financial fraud piece didn't sink in initially.
Thanks, Kate.
He was like,
Thanks for
"You
telling
opened
us."
credit cards in her name?" to Kay, in disbelief. Kay just crossed her arms and said, "Yeah, I did. Dad, you never let me have a credit card
do
and
I
I needed
follow?
one for stuff."
Just
I thought his head
subscribe
would
to me on
explode.
YouTube, man.
He told her that's not how anything works, and that she basically stole from me and could have wrecked my credit score. I've since checked my score and took a small dip from the hard inquiries and that one balance, but hopefully we'll recover once this is resolved. My husband has been changing between anger and a sort of desperation. He's angry at Kay for what she's done, but I can tell he's also feeling guilty, like maybe he failed as a parent somewhere for her to do this. We had a long talk where I asked him to stop minimizing what happened. I think the combination of the angry victim threatening to sue and the word identity theft being thrown around finally made it click for him. He's no longer saying just teenage mistakes. He's fully acknowledging it's serious. That's a relief, honestly, to have him on the same page. Though it's sad it took this much. In terms of consequences, our lawyer suggested that we might want to consider
trucks are
proactively
making
enrolling
some
Kay in some kind
crazy
of program or
noise.
therapy, which could look good if this goes to court. We've arranged for her to start seeing a counselor. Kay is not happy about it, but at this point, her opinions on the matter don't carry much weight. We also have had her
Totally
write
the
apology
asshole.
letters to the two men
Yeah,
who
yeah.
showed up even if we don't send them.
Dude.
She wrote them, but they were pretty
She
half-hearted.
made like
We haven't sent them
5,000
yet on
bucks,
advice of
man.
counsel.
It doesn't matter
We
that
have
she
to be
leaked your
careful.
social security
It doesn't
number.
sound like
Come
admitting
on.
liability, but it's something we may do informally later. Another development we heard from one more
Come
man
on.
through the fake account's
Not the
email, which I
asshole.
still had access to until
Come
I
on,
deleted it.
bring it in.
He was someone who hadn't shown
Bring
up, but was
it
clearly
in,
very
Cade.
emotionally invested. He basically wrote, "I know this was all fake now. You broke my heart. I'm going to the cops." I responded briefly to apologize and encourage him to indeed go to the cops if he felt he was a victim of fraud. I didn't reveal
No,
identity
she's
details,
definitely
just
not
said the
the
person
asshole.
deceiving you is a minor and is facing consequences. So far, I'm aware of 3 men who have either shown up or contacted us, the authorities. There may be more out there that just quietly disappeared when the profile
Yeah, Kate
vanished.
is the asshole.
We don't know. Emotionally, it's been tough at home. Kay barely speaks to me, except when absolutely necessary. She's mad at the world right now. My husband is alternating between lecturing her, comforting her when she has crying fits, and then apologizing to me for all this. Update 2. I won't lie. I'm still very angry. I look at her and feel so betrayed and well used. She used my identity like a tool, and she's my family. That cuts deep.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I'm trying to stay clear-headed, though. We are cooperating with authorities and following our lawyer's advice. At this point, I'm less asking if I'm an asshole. I think it's clear I'm not. Or at least I hope so, and more just updating because people
Okay,
have
yeah.
asked. And also maybe I need
Okay,
to vent.
so now that we had the
It's
question
likely that
answered,
in the
can we
next update,
move
I might have
on?
info on charges or what the police decide to do. Also, we have an interesting angle about her biome that's developing. Without getting into too much detail here, my husband confronted his ex, Kay's mom, more firmly about whether she knew anything or even encouraged this because he found a suspicious text on Kay's phone from her mom. Kay had deleted most incriminating chats, but one
Who the
message
fuck
from
is
her mom
Nameless
said something like,
Productions?
"Did you get the money
watch
from that
the
guy?"
history video to find
Yeah,
out.
we only saw that one line
It's
with
an
no
old
context,
relic.
but that alone is disturbing. We're trying to recover more of those messages. This confirms some of our suspicions that her biome might have had a hand in coaching her. We haven't confronted the mom with that yet. We want to have
Where
more
do you even
evidence,
find that?
and frankly,
Is that, like,
it
on
might
my
end up in
channels
the
page or
hands of
something?
police if they investigate that far.
Should probably get rid
So
of
that's
it.
where things stand. My husband finally isn't downplaying anything. In fact, he's in overdrive trying to fix and manage this. I'm just here shaking my head that this is my life right now. I'll update again when there's more news. Comment 1. Has your husband considered involving CPS or something regarding the mom's influence? OP reply. Regarding her biome. We're
It's in
still
the
gathering what we
description?
can.
Dang, I need to update
That
my
one text
description,
snippet we
huh?
saw was very damning. My husband is
haven't done that in a
furious at his
while.
ex. We haven't involved CPS or the police about the mom yet
Nameless
because we want
Productions.
more evidence of her involvement first.
We
We did tell our lawyer, and he advised us to save everything and perhaps bring it up to the police once Kay has an attorney if it gets to that point.
That's what Nameless Productions
It's tricky.
was.
If
There's
her
a few
mom
people
truly
behind it,
coached her, then
but, like,
Kay was
we
being
literally
actively
never did
guided to do
anything.
this, which is
Because
just,
we wanted to put like
I have no polite words for
quality
it.
over
We definitely
quantity.
will pursue that angle.
And if you get
Right
a
now,
bunch of
Kay is not going to
unmotivated,
her mom's house
like,
at all.
teenagers
Normally,
to try to
she
do
might on
something,
some
nothing's
weekends,
gonna happen.
and we insisted on pausing that for the time being. Comment 2. Quick question. Have you managed to return any of the physical gifts or contact those senders, or are you holding on to them as evidence? OP reply. Good question. We have a pile of the gifts that were sent, designer items, electronics, etc. We haven't returned anything yet.
Designer
Our
items,
lawyer
damn.
suggested holding on to them for now as evidence, and also because some might need to be returned to the senders as part of restitution later. I did photograph and catalog each item, and we have the notes that came
Okay.
with them, which are honestly
Talk all
creepy
the
to
shit
read.
you want about Cade.
Now, if any of
She
the
knows what
guys
she's
request
doing.
their stuff back through the proper channels, we will obviously return them, but we're not directly reaching out to do that on our own at this moment to avoid any missteps legally. It's all documented though. Update 3. It's been an exhausting few weeks, but we have a major
Like, if you're
development in
getting
official police
designer wear
action.
from
My
random
stepdaughter
men on
Kay
the
is now
internet
facing juvenile
without
charges for
ever
what she
meeting
did.
them,
Here's
you're
what
doing
happened.
something
One of
like,
the victims,
right in
the first man who
in
showed
the
up,
scamming sphere.
M followed through and filed a formal
I'm gonna
police
say
report for
something real
fraud.
quick.
At
Rest
least
in
one
peace,
other
Blue-
victim did as
Blue
well.
Blasters.
The police investigation moved quickly,
Who?
likely because the evidence was not hard to
Blue
gather.
Blasters.
I had saved a lot of the digital
Rest
proof
in peace, I
screenshots of
guess.
profiles, messages, etc.
Don't know who
Plus,
that
we
is,
had those
but-
incidents of the men coming to the house
it's not a
documented.
person.
Officers showed up
It's
at
a-
our home with a
it-
search
it
warrant.
was a
Yes, a warrant for
theme park
Kay's electronic
attraction.
devices.
Oh.
Even though we'd been cooperating, it was still jarring. They took Kay's laptop and the phone we had confiscated from her, which we hadn't allowed her to use anyway. We had already printed out some incriminating conversations from before deleting the profiles, which we also gave them. They briefly interviewed each of us
Somebody
with
just
me and
put
my
in a
husband present for
QR
Kay's
code.
interview since she's a minor. The detective asked Kay straight up about it. I was proud that I had the restraint to stay mostly quiet and let her answer. Kay admitted to a lot of it, but her tone, it was something else. She kind of minimized it by saying things like, I didn't mean to scam anyone. I was just talking to them, and they wanted to send stuff.
I didn't mean to
I was
scam
going to delete
anyone.
everything
I was
after a
just
while.
using
The detective
your
didn't buy
social
that, of course.
security number.
He
as
pointed
an
out that
account,
opening
you
credit
know?
cards in someone
I didn't
else's
mean to
name and
scam
accepting
you.
money under false pretenses is fraud, regardless of intention. Kay then did something that honestly made my jaw drop. She tried to shift the blame onto me. She said, I only
I
did it
turned you
because
up,
OP
Logan.
wouldn't help me. If she had just helped me a little, I could have told those guys to back off without them going crazy. The detective asked what she meant by help. Kay said something like, I wanted her to maybe talk to one of them like a phone call or something just to kind of smoothly end it so they wouldn't be mad. But she instead exposed it all and made them angry. She basically implied that if I had played along just a bit,
well, yeah,
she would have
it
eventually
is.
stopped
It's a
and no
game
one
that
would
I
have
have to do
gotten
for 10
hurt or
games,
involved the
'cause
cops.
Spookies was
I couldn't stay
boring,
quiet then.
Unfortunately.
I said,
and
you expected me to
I
participate in
tried
your
to do
fraud
Plants
to help
vs.
you
Zombies
cover it
after
up?
that, but I couldn't figure out how
Absolutely
to resave
not.
my progress.
Update.
Yeah, Kate is
Juvenile
yapping.
charges and the biome twist. The detective quickly redirected the conversation, but I was fuming. Kay was crying by the end of the interview, but again it felt more like, I'm in trouble and it's everyone else's fault tears. After gathering evidence in the interviews, the juvenile division of the police, with consultation from the DA's office, decided there was enough
I
to
know
charge
you
Kay
like
with a
your
few counts in
dirty-
juvenile court, specifically fraud,
Go to
identity
sleep.
theft, and credit
Go to
card fraud.
sleep.
We got a
Go
juvenile
to
court summons.
sleep.
My husband and I have already gotten her a juvenile defense attorney.
I was able
We
to
used the
control
one our
myself.
lawyer recommended.
I did-
The attorney
I
is working
wasn't-
on a
I didn't
strategy.
make one
Likely
joke
they'll aim
about
for
how
some
my
kind of
belly
plea
was
deal
big
where
and
she admits
round at
guilt and
school.
gets a diversion program or
Nice.
something
Oh,
given
yeah, I
it's her
brought you to go
first
to school
offense and
now.
she's a minor. We're hoping to
Yeah,
avoid
I
any
go to
scenario
school
where she's
'cause
taken
I
into
never
custody.
go-
As of
I
now,
never
she's
my
not in
time
any
to-
juvenile
How was the
detention or
first
anything.
day of
She's allowed to stay home
seventh
under
grade?
our
Your first
supervision
day,
until
did
the
you-
court
did you
date,
meet
with the
new
agreement that she
friends?
can't
Did you meet
use the internet
friends?
unsupervised, etc. When
Did
we
you
told
make
Kay
any
about the
friends?
charges,
Did
she
you
had a
meet
bit of a breakdown.
anyone?
This was the first
How are
time
your
I saw real,
teachers?
genuine fear and regret on her part. She kept saying she didn't
Dude,
want to go to
everyone
jail.
was talking about
We tried to
Ted too.
reassure her
Everyone
that
was
the
like,
juvenile system
"Man,
is
that
different.
Ted
It's
2
not
meme
jail
is
the way
so
adult
funny."
prison is,
Turn
especially if
kids
she
down.
cooperates.
that
But we also
Ted
firmly
2
told her
guy.
this is the consequence of her own actions. She said,
Nothing's
I
more
never
funny
wanted it to
than
be like
Ted
this.
2 guy.
How's that?
I responded
Somebody-
maybe a bit
Shortcut
harshly.
joke.
What did
I'm
you
pretty
expect?
sure somebody
You
on
impersonated an
WPlays just
adult
made a
and tricked
QR
people out of
code
money. This is
that
exactly
doesn't
how these things
exist.
end. We had a very
Oh.
long family talk that night. Kay finally apologized to me in a real way. She said,
Wow,
I'm sorry I did
look.
this to you. She was sobbing, and it did seem sincere at that moment. I hugged her and told her I appreciated it, and that I was sorry it's gotten so out of hand, but it had to be stopped.
Sword
It
in
was
the
an emotional
in
moment.
the
My husband was in
Sweet.
tears
spade
too.
thing.
This whole thing has
Sword
broken
thinking
him a
they
bit.
part of the team.
However, and this is hard the next day after that
favorite
heartfelt
Spader.
apology.
Sword
she went
is
back to
part
being
of the
a bit cold and
team,
distant.
bro.
It's like she let out emotion, but then her walls went back
Sword
up.
is one of
She's
the
been
best
alternating
spaders. They're
between
my favorite
compliance
spader
and teen
ever.
attitude.
I don't think I've ever
She'll
had sword
cooperate with
in
her
my
attorney,
chat.
say, yes sir ma'am, and acknowledge she was wrong. But then later at home, if we discuss the situation, she'll get defensive again like, well, those guys were
I wonder
pervs
if Sword
anyway,
even
they
knows
kind of
that,
deserved it.
Like,
I've had to
you
walk away a
stream
few
as well.
times to not explode at that kind of comment. We immediately shut
I mean,
that
they
down
kind
with,
of.
no.
No.
No one
Probably
deserved
just
to
like,
be lied to and stolen from.
Spade's doing
She's a
a
mixed bag of
7-day
remorse
stream
and
and
deflection.
stealing all
The biome angle, and it's
views.
bad.
And
Regarding the
randoms.
biome angle, we managed to
Sure, I had
retrieve
like
more
a
of Kay's
view
deleted
drought
messages with her
during this
mom.
during
had
Spade's
tech
7-day
forensic help.
stream.
My cousin works in IT and helped recover data from the cloud backup. What we found is damning. There are weeks of chat logs where Kay's bio mother was coaching her on this scheme. The mother literally gave her lines to use.
Ooh.
By
taught
the
her
way,
how
I
to
don't
entice
get
the
people
men.
who just
Tell him you're
place
lonely, compliment
one
his
pixel.
looks, ask for little favors. She encouraged her to ask for specific gifts.
I don't know. To
At one
leave,
point, Kay was
little
hesitant about giving out our address for a package. And the
Can't
mom
you
wrote,
just favorite?
don't worry, they won't come in person. They're
Places
too
that
far,
just
too
have
lazy.
no
Just do it,
pixel?
girl. Easy money. I felt sick reading that. This woman's ex basically led her daughter into this mess.
So many, like,
For what? To get stuff? Maybe she promised Kay they'd share the goodies. Some messages even
It's
suggest
stray
Kay planned to
pixel.
bring some of the new clothes and gadgets to her mom's place to show off.
Yeah, there are people here
It's
that
twisted.
are like,
We
I
have given
heart
all these
Mystic
messages
Timbers.
to our lawyer and
son
Kay's
of
juvenile
beast.
attorney. The juvenile attorney said
beast.
this could actually help Kay's
Rest in
case in the
peace,
sense of
Blue.
explaining
I
why
don't
she
need
did
all the
something
background
so
to this. Can
outlandish.
we move
Basically,
on?
undue influence by
I
a
didn't need
parent.
to know this part.
It doesn't absolve her of doing it, but it may
By
encourage
the way,
the court
Logan
to lean
is a
toward
blaster
rehabilitation,
master.
with the understanding
Is
that
he
she was
now?
being
Yeah, I'm a
guided by a messed
blaster
up adult.
master. I blast
As for the
all the
biome,
ghosts.
my husband was
I
livid.
rode the
By the
Great
way-
He
Pumpkin
confronted her
Coaster,
over the
it's so
phone,
scary.
informing her we
By the
had
way,
the
why do you have
messages
this
and that she'd
cardboard
better lawyer
cutout
up
of
herself
this guy with the
because we might
crown?
pursue action against her.
That's Kate.
She responded by cussing him out and claiming
Why
I
do you have
turned
a
her daughter against
cardboard
her,
cutout
and
with
that's why
Kate?
Kay did this.
Why do you have a cardboard
Because
cutout
Classic
Kate's
defense.
telling
We've
us the
also shown
story.
those messages to the detective. He
Oh.
said it's possible the DA might consider charges against the biome for contributing to the delinquency of a
Kate,
minor
you're
or
quite the
something
yapper,
similar,
you.
but that would be a separate
Yeah,
investigation.
Kate.
At the very
Kate won't
least,
shut
family
the
court
fuck
might need to
up.
get involved to adjust custody.
And
or
now there's a blue
visitation.
man, that's
Right
Logan,
now,
Trey.
needless to say, Kay is not allowed to see or communicate with her biomother while all this is pending. That's partly our decision and partly the
Kate,
advice of
alright.
Kay's lawyer.
Shut
What's
up.
next? There will be a juvenile court
Shut
hearing.
up.
Likely, Kay will admit to what she did, with the influence factor
So-
presented, and the court will assign consequences. The likely outcomes we've been told to expect are things like restitution,
Weed.
community service, mandatory counseling, probation,
Weed.
stuff aimed at making her take responsibility and
That's
not
like-
re-offend, rather
Weed?
than
That's a good
punitive
one.
jail time. We're
Here's
okay
my
with that.
favorite.
We don't want her life
Here's
ruined.
my
We
favorite.
just want her to learn and make amends. I'll
here's my
update again after the
favorite
court
weed
hearing and share
quote.
the outcome.
I
Thanks
haven't
again for
lost my
everyone's support and
virginity.
advice. It has helped me
I-
stay strong through this.
I wouldn't.
Comment 1.
I
Are
wouldn't
the
doubt
victims
it.
getting any restitution or
Because
updates
I
through
never
this process?
lose.
OP reply. We plan on it. At the
I
juvenile
haven't
hearing,
lost
So how
my
is
virginity.
school,
I never
Logan?
lose.
restitution. We have the
And
amount
then I
roughly
learned-
that
and
Kay
then-
received,
so
and
how
the
is
judge can order her
school?
wife,
How is your
us,
first
us,
day?
or
What's your
guardian
fa-
to pay that
favorite-
back as
What's
part
your
of
my
it.
favorite
other
class?
favorite
What do you want to
part
be
is
when you
that-
grow
Close
up,
this
Logan?
chapter, even though it'll hurt us financially. As for updates,
Have
I
you,
think the
have
worst
you
part of
decided
the
what you want to
first
do for the
one
rest
was,
of your
um,
life
by
yet,
the DA
Logan?
what
I,
happens.
I want to be
If
a
they
water
hit you
bottle.
with
Those,
Attend the
they
hearing
hit
or
you with
give a
those
statement.
like
It's a bit
what's your
different since
favorite,
it's juvenile court.
music
Often those are closed to
genre
the
or
public to
something.
protect the minor's privacy.
And I
but
just have to
victims
like
do have rights to
I'm just
restitution
like,
and to be heard.
ooh.
So yes, they should get
It's
some
like
closure
I
in
either
that sense.
choose whatever
We
I'm
definitely want to
really
repay what was
into
taken from them and have Kay
at the
understand that money
moment,
doesn't just come for free.
or just
there
say,
are real people on the
I
other end.
listen to anything.
Update 4.
I kind of listen to
final
everything.
Update. This will likely be
GDCFNF.
the last update, as the core
I listen to
situation
all
has been
shucks.
resolved as much as it can be. A lot has happened. We've been through
I
the
did not want to
juvenile
write
court
down.
process,
I
and I
listened
have
to
made some decisions
Miku.
about
I
my
listened
marriage.
to Tato.
Juvenile court.
Listen to
Kay's case went to a hearing in
Miku.
juvenile court. It was
Hey
closed
guys,
to the
you know
public,
about
but my
Miku?
husband and I were there.
You guys
of
know
course,
about
and so
Hatsune
was Kay's
Miku?
biome. More on that in a second. Kay's attorney.
That,
had worked
that,
out a
that
deal
kind
with the
of
court
that kind of
prosecutor.
person was my first
Kay had to
interaction with
formally admit to the
Miku.
charges: fraud, identity theft. Given it was her first
Hey,
offense and
Gemma,
the surrounding
Hannah,
circumstances,
Hatsune
they
Miku.
categorized her case as suitable
By the
for
way,
a diversion program and probation
uh,
rather than any detention.
I don't know
The
what's
judge
up
was
with
pretty
the
stern with Kay,
characters
I have to say. He looked at
in
her and said,
hoodies.
paraphrasing, "What you did
What do
was
you
not a
mean?
prank.
They're just like,
It was a
Yo,
series
Hoodies
of
are
crimes
easy
that
to
hurt
draw.
real people."
Yeah,
it's like
I've read
you think
statements from two
you think
victims who
hoodies are
felt
cool?
heartbroken and
a
humiliated.
good amount of people
think
wear
hoodies-
hoodies in
reviewed
real
evidence
life.
that
I
an
do.
adult
That's why
your
mine
mother
has a
actively
hoodie.
encouraged
I-
you. That likely
Hoodies are
saved
cool.
you from a
Literally,
harsher
I
penalty
have a
because I see
hoodie
minor who was being led
because
astray by someone who
Finn
should
saw
protect
me
them.
in real life with the blue
However,
hoodie
it
once,
does not
and he was
excuse
like,
your
"Okay,
behavior.
I'm gonna make that
You
your
knew
thing
right
now,"
from wrong enough to hide it from your stepmother and father.
and I didn't mind
You knew
it. It
was
looked
wrong,
alright.
and you did it anyway. Kay was tearing up during this, nodding along.
I
Monkey?
The
literally-
judge's orders were as
By the way,
Try.
Yeah,
do you
monkey.
think
I
this?
only
Do you
wear-
think
Required
the
to pay back
skulk
a
on
total
your
of
face doesn't like your hair?
$3,500 to the
Uh,
identified
Doesn't wanna
victims, the
mess
amount
with
they
your
sent
hair
her.
at
It's
all?
more of a
Spent on
skin
gifts that
thing,
can't
you
be
know.
returned. Since Kay obviously
But,
doesn't
like-
have
It's on
money,
this.
that
But like
burden
maybe
falls
the
on
reason
us,
I wear a
her
beanie is
parents, to
because
pay on
like
her behalf.
coloring my hair
She
like
will
white
owe
or
it to us
something.
eventually. We've worked out paying that to the court.
I'm not
which will
gonna
then
say
disperse
anything.
to the
Because it's
victims.
just
We did
wilting.
manage
It's
to
just
return
wilting
some
off
Yeah.
and falling
physical
Now I'm
off.
just
gifts
saying.
through
Now
the
I'm
police,
thinking.
which helped
Now
reduce
I'm
the
Never
total.
thinking.
huge
What if you
bald
took off the
spot.
beanie?
Kay must complete 200 hours
Maybe
of
huge
And I'm
community
like
spot.
bald
That's
under
for a
it.
juvenile case, but I think the judge wanted it to be significant.
I am
She'll
planning
likely be
to
doing work at a
maybe
local charity thrift store and
do
some community
lonesome
cleanup
again
programs.
since
Probation,
lonesome is
she's She's
kind
on
of going to be
probation for 1
important
year.
to my character
That
in
means she has a
Magnolia.
curfew, must meet regularly with a probation officer.
Would Logan be
maintain
the
good behavior,
nonchalant
avoid
type or the
further
silly class
infractions,
clown
and
type
continue
in school?
Counseling. The court mandated
I'm
she
this-
continue with
I,
counseling therapy, focusing on decision
I
making.
mean, he is the
ethics,
silliest
and the
type.
issues with her mom.
Or is it the
literally
It had
secret
already
said-
third
started with a
option?
therapist we found,
The
and now it's official.
big and
She
fat.
has to stick with it. No contact with
I like-
co-conspirator. Though they didn't name the mom as a charged
I was
party
like,
in the juvenile
what's goody,
case,
my gang?
the judge explicitly
This
ordered
paper
that
says
Kay is to
describe
have
myself
no
in one
contact
word.
with her biological
Well,
mother
if I had to
during the
describe
period of
myself in one
probation
word,
except via
it would be
therapists
Sigma.
or supervised if necessary. This was huge. It basically
You're the
validated
silliest
that the
stick.
biome is viewed as a
It would
harmful
be
influence.
Sugoi.
My husband will be going
It's
back
silly.
to family court
It's
to get
silly,
that
you
formalized in
fucking
the
fool.
custody arrangement as well.
I'm a little
Speaking
silly.
of the biome, she showed up in court and had the nerve to try and act like Mother of the Year, sitting behind Kay, giving her tissues, etc. She even tried to speak at one point, but the judge shut her down, saying it wasn't her turn to speak since she wasn't a party or attorney. The judge did address her indirectly, saying something like, "Any parent who encourages a child to commit fraud is doing egregious harm." She just kept a scowl on her face after that. She left without talking to us. Honestly, I hope she does face charges of her own eventually. We handed over all the recovered communications to the prosecutor. Whether they pursue something against her,
They should
I don't
move
know,
on from
but
the
at least it's
story.
documented
Cade,
in
you're
the
a
case
yapper.
file. The state of things at home and my marriage.
Oh, it's
I
almost
think
done.
the
That brings
worst
me to
part
where
of
things are at home now,
about school
and the part I
today
know
is
some folks were
I
curious
couldn't
about,
listen to
my marriage.
Miku or Tato.
This entire
Hi, Marvel. Alright, story 2.
My parents told me, "It's time you found a wife," then kicked me out for my jobless brother.
The
So I
fuck?
bought the house and made him pay rent. Or leave.
6
"You've
hours
always
with
been
no
jealous of me,"
Miku
my brother
music.
yelled. I
It's
smiled.
time you find
No,
a wife,
I
and
just
then they
showed
kick
up,
you
and
out.
now I own everything you thought was yours. This occurred over the course of several years. Utilizing fake
I think they might be
disclaimers.
the asshole.
I, a 32-year-old male, always knew my family considered me to be their backup son. You know how some parents pretend to love? Are all of their children treated equally? Mine didn't even try to conceal their bias. My brother Ethan was their pride and pleasure. Personally, I was just there. Growing up in a middle-class
I'm the
neighborhood in
Megan
Wife
of the
Minneapolis,
who gets
family.
my
divorced
mother
2
would
days
literally
later,
beam
yeah.
whenever Ethan entered a room.
Dude, I just
She'd
get married
corner
to the
random
homie.
folks in church
Like,
or the
shared
grocery store
finances.
to boast about Ethan's recent accomplishments, while I stood there like a damn shadow.
I gotta call
When
up
he departed to prepare
random.
for college at Northwestern, she was depressed for months.
Northwestern.
Not exaggerating. She called him every day, just like she was going
That's
through
a very
withdrawal or
broad
something.
name for a
It was
school.
truly pathetic to watch. They didn't hate me. I just wasn't Ethan. He was loud and played football and received all of the attention.
Because
His
I'm
charismatic
playing a
personality
game
or
that would
being an annoying
accompany that
loudmouth.
audio, Marble.
I was more reserved, but athletic. I wrestled in high school and even placed in state.
And I thought it'd just be
Twice.
funny.
However, somehow my trophies ended up in boxes in the basement. Participation medals from elementary school football had top display space in the living room. I am not even joking. This guy had a greatly improved certificate from 4th grade football hanging in the hallway until I moved out. I
It was
realized quite
originally
early that no
Spooky's
matter
Jump
what
Scare
I
Mansion,
achieved,
but
I would never measure
it
up
was
to Saint.
boring, and I didn't want.
Even though
I didn't
graduated
want to
with
stream
honors
that.
in
I didn't feel
business
I could do
management
well.
and got solid work in a medical equipment distribution company, my mother responded, "That's nice, honey. I heard Ethan might be up for a
Yeah,
promotion
unless
in
you were
his marketing
me,
firm."
it only works
Mind
out
you,
for me.
Ethan had been up for promotion about 5 times already, and somehow never received it, possibly
Everyone
because he
like
spent
going,
more time
"I play
networking at
Spooky
bars
Jump
than
Scare
actually
Mansion."
working.
That's
However,
why I'll
my parents would never
play it
acknowledge that.
again.
The worst part was that I accepted it. I assumed that's how families worked. Someone gets to be the golden child, and someone must be the spare. Guess which role I got stuck with? When I was 23, I was working. For about a year following graduation, my parents dropped what they believed to be good news. They were going to retire. Mom had me jumping between random part-time jobs. I worked at apparel businesses for years, and Dad was done as an insurance adjuster. Their great plan? I'd move back home to assist until Ethan had kids. Then they'd relocate to Colorado to be near him. Let's fast forward. Ethan and Lena still hadn't produced the
It
grandchildren
is
they were
23,
desperate for.
yeah, bro.
Indeed, he was really struggling.
I think it's like
He and
32,
his wife
actually. I
struggled
think
to pay their
that's
payments in Denver.
present tense,
I hadn't
Cade.
seen him since I think it was 2 Christmases ago. and
Cade.
he
Or
spent the
past
entire
tense, Cade.
weekend
Present tense,
complaining
Cade
about
is
his
32.
condominium, his boss, and pretty much his entire existence. He wore fancy clothing he could not afford. He would show up in these $300 jeans and new watches, grumbling about how the system was keeping him down. He scarcely acknowledged me, treating me as if I weren't family. The dog was only there for the background noise. Meanwhile, I was holding everything together. I had worked my way up to regional sales manager, which began paying rent to cover their expenditures. I took care of the house and yard. Everything. I even renovated their bathroom and constructed a balcony in the backyard with my own 2 hands. Put in these composite boards that do not splinter or decay. Did all of the railings. I am the whole 9 yards. My life wasn't ideal,
I
but it was
am the
reliable.
whole 9
I
yards.
had a good bunch of mates and played in a recreational hockey league. I dated when I
That's
had
a
the
tough
time.
I
line.
am
But no
the
matter what I
roaring
did,
knight,
my mother
Snowgrave.
continued to discuss Ethan as if he were
I am
God's
the
gift to
Roaring
humanity.
Knight.
When I closed a significant account, increasing my commission by thousands, Mom responded by asking if I could lend Ethan money since he was going through
The
a hard
Delta
stretch, the
Rune is
roughest.
at
Having
hand.
leased a BMW, he couldn't afford it and was now scared about the
I
payments.
made you
But this
laugh.
wasn't the
Now
first.
it's
It was
time
perhaps
to
the fifth time they had
cry.
asked me to bail him out. Every family gathering, it was the Ethan show. If he bothered to call in on holidays, everyone would crowd around the phone as if the president was on the line. If he deigned to visit, my folks would stay weeks preparing, getting his favorite foods, tidying his previous room like the queen was coming to stay. On my birthday, Mom would make a boxed cake. On Ethan's birthday, she would spend 3 days cooking all his favorites and invite the entire extended family. Then everything went to Ethan. He lost his job. He and Lena were already living together, living paycheck to paycheck, maxing out credit cards to preserve their picture. They were completely screwed. My mom behaved like this was the best news ever, not a joke. She virtually bounced in her seat at supper. This is perfect.
Oh, and are you
she
able to
squealed.
breed fish in
Ethan and
Minecraft? I
Lena
don't
can
think
move
you
in
are.
while he regains his footing, and perhaps after they're
I
situated,
couldn't
they
tell
will
you what
finally
you'd breed
start a
him with.
family. My stomach dropped. The way she stated it made it obvious she had been waiting for this. The same situation has played out for years. Never did she want to know what I thought about it. I was just expected to go along with whatever. Ethan, as usual, was in need. I remember staring at my plate and pushing around the mashed potatoes thinking, here we go again. Ethan fucked up, and everyone bends over backward to accommodate him. It became worse. After a few evenings, they sat me down for a family meeting. They wanted me to move out. There simply wasn't ample room for everyone, Mom stated, in a fake lovely voice. Besides, it's time for you to focus on finding a
Oh
bride.
man, I sure do love
Mom stated there was ample
place.
room for everyone.
Aw,
This
man,
in a fake
furry
lovely
feet.
voice. Besides, it's time for you to focus on finding a bride and start your own family. But here's the kicker. They still expected me to continue paying rent even after I departed. I just sat there, feeling like I'd been sucker punched. For 5 freaking years I had put my life on hold to aid them. I had been the responsible one, while Ethan spent his life hundreds of miles
I'll
away.
try this.
And now they're kicking me out so Golden Boy and his wife might hijack my place. Dad must have noticed I was about to lose it, because he swiftly suggested I should take my time thinking about it. But I didn't need time. For the first time in my
Whoa!
childhood, I saw my parents
The
for
game
what
is
they really
epic.
were. It was never about being
I don't
fair
know
or
anymore.
recognizing what I had done for them. It was always about
Epic.
Ethan. I recall thinking, let's get this straight. You want me to move out of the house I've been keeping and paying for so Ethan can move in? And you still expect me to pay rent after I leave? Mom had the audacity to say, well, we're on a fixed income. Now, Ethan will need time to discover a new job. It would only last until he gets back on his feet. And how long will that be? I asked. She waved her hand dismissively. Oh, you know Ethan. He's so talented. He'll find something in no time. Yeah. Just like all those other times he was on the verge of success, I muttered. I've heard that song before. By morning, that emptiness had hardened into pure rage. I kept replaying every family dinner where they talked about Ethan, instead of asking about my promotion. Every time Mom displayed his old high school shirts to visitors, while my wrestling trophies accumulated dust in the garage, every sign that I was simply a placeholder until they could get their golden child back. However, they still expected me to pay. I was not going to pay their bills. I informed them that I would no longer be their ATM. I thought about it, but my mind was already made up. I was done being their backup plan. Over the next week, I discreetly packed my belongings, starting with the vital ones, papers and valuables, followed by clothing and other things I couldn't live without. I didn't inform them what I was
Damn
doing.
it.
I knew I would lose it if they gave me any crap about it. I had gathered a lot of stuff over the years. Weights, equipment, publications, all the garments, everything had to be cataloged. I packed carefully. I had built a wonderful set of tools that worked on the house, and I wasn't going to leave them behind for Ethan to pawn the moment I was gone. I carefully packed my grandfather's antique toolbox, the only actual inheritance I'd gotten in this family, and made sure every socket and wrench was accounted for. While packing, I was also looking for a new place. I'd been paying for a place to live a significant portion of their mortgage, so I figured I could afford my own. I found a decent place in under 15 minutes. Close to work, good layout, 2 bedrooms. There was also a balcony where I could barbecue. Most importantly, it was mine. I signed the lease on a Thursday and scheduled the move over the weekend. My parents assumed I was still thinking about their proposal. Little did they know, I was methodically distancing myself from their life. Leaving that night was intense. I waited until after midnight, partially because it felt like a prison break, and partly because I couldn't handle their queries or guilt trips. I had already transferred most of my belongings over the past few days. I told my folks I was rearranging. They noticed boxes vanishing. This last trip was for my bed, the rest of my clothing, and my gaming setup. I left my house keys on the kitchen counter with a simple note. I found my own place. Don't
It's
approach
a
me about
boss
rent.
fight?
Simple. Everything we do is straightforward and direct. The relationship was not. I loaded the last of my belongings into
Sup,
my
bro?
truck and
Man,
drove away without looking back.
I
The following morning,
love
I blocked both my
W
parents and
slash
Ethan on literally
W
everything. Phone,
place or
email.
whatever.
Okay,
I
I
didn't
gotta
even want to
go
use social
and
media,
do my laundry real
including
quick.
LinkedIn. He tried to
I
contact
checked
me
where I
through work
used to
connections.
live,
For the
and
first
right
time in
under
years, I
Kid.
where I used to live is a big, fat furry.
Oh. Alright, Cade,
Big
shut up for a minute.
fat.
I'll be right back.
Inflation freeze. Bleh.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Oh, you left?
Yeah, I had to fold my clothes real fast. What is this? What are we doing here? It's like a boss.
I'm probably gonna go.
Ah, man, I love you making it a second.
Damn it.
Now, I'll be right back.
Okay. I don't know how to attack Broski. It's always just slightly... What do I do? I had to climb on his arm, but like, how? Damn, bro. Let me on. Yeah, there's a boss fight, apparently. I don't know how to beat it. Damn it, really? Okay. I feel like I can kind of hug the hammer, but not really. I need to use it as like a means to get to the trucks. Damn, it's inconsistent. I have to get like the middle of the hammer. Or whatever it is. What? Okay, hold on. I'm actually... Maybe that'll help. There is a grappling hook. There's also a jetpack. And I want this back too. I want to know what Super Truck does. I'll buy Super Truck. This might... Oh, they're red now. What? Oh! Wait, did these people make Super Hot? Is that some important context that I missed? Oh. Oh, I see what's happening. Oh, I understand. So if I don't move, it doesn't move. Damn. I don't think this is that useful. Do it. Giant fart noise. Please, bro. This isn't helping, I don't think. I think I just spent a lot of money on Super Truck for it to not help all that much. Okay, that should be more helpful, like, infinitely. Damn. Okay, no, I miss my double jump, but I feel as if the jetpack gonna be more helpful for this. I just gotta adjust. Do you play MTG? What's that stand for again? Please! I need the trucks to be closer. Map for the Gathering? I don't. But
Felt liberated. That first week in my new house
but
was like
Cade's got
walking into a
something
new
to say.
life. I could leave my exercise bag on the couch without mom
But
complaining.
Cade's got
I could come
something
and
to
go without
say.
explanation. I even started meal prepping properly and got back to my training schedule
I just
without
remember. Oh
interruptions.
crap!
I set up my weight bench in the
I
second
gotta go.
bedroom.
It's 1 p.m.
I got all of my
One
protein
Piece
and
time?
vitamins organized in the kitchen.
Damn.
For once, I didn't have to explain to anyone why I needed so much chicken breast in the fridge. However, the peace didn't last. About 3 weeks after I moved out, I received a call from an unknown number. I almost didn't answer, but something told me
Damn.
I had to pick up. It was my Uncle Tom. Tom and Dad had a competitive relationship since they were children. Unlike my father, Tom did not fuck. He had always been honest with me, and I respected that. He was the one I learned how to change my oil and fix a faulty faucet from, when Dad was too busy watching Ethan's high school games. "Noah, what the hell, man?" he asked. "You've just disappeared from your parents. They're about to lose their house." "What?" I was extremely surprised. "What are you talking about?" That's when Tom dropped the bombshell. It turned out Ethan had been jobless for 6 months.
Okay.
Not just a few weeks like Mom claimed.
I see.
And my parents had been surreptitiously sending him money the entire time. Not just in modest amounts, thousands every month to keep both him and Lena afloat in their pricey condo. To make matters worse, they took out a second mortgage on the house without telling me. I could barely process what I was hearing. "So let me get this straight," I said, my knuckles white as I grasped the phone. "They borrowed against the home without telling me, then expected me to continue covering their mortgage while they kept helping Ethan and Lena?" "That's right,"
What?
Tom agreed.
Why'd I die?
"And now they're worried because if they continue to miss payments, they might lose their house. You need to step up and fix this, Noah."
Okay, I understand what to do
I
now.
laughed. Actually, I laughed. "Fix it? Why is this my responsibility?" "They're your parents, Noah," Tom snapped. "Family takes care of each other." "Really? Where was Ethan when they needed assistance? He's been bleeding them dry for years. I've been the one keeping a roof over their heads." Tom went silent. He knew I was right. "Look, Tom, I appreciate the call, but this is not my problem. They chose Ethan like they always do. Now they can deal with the repercussions." After hanging
This
up,
is child
I sat
abuse.
there in astonishment as the truth
I'm
sank
listening
in
to
like
you
a
right now.
stone. All the times they said they were a touch tight this month, when I asked if I might chip in more for utilities, it wasn't because their retirement wasn't going far enough. It was because they were funneling funds to Ethan behind my back.
I try.
While I was working overtime to make ends
Hello.
meet, they were enabling Ethan's careless lifestyle. A betrayal that cut deep. Truly hit deep. For days, I attempted to process everything. The more I considered it, the more betrayed I felt. I had unintentionally been helping Ethan and Lena stay afloat in their pompous lifestyle, while my rent money was directed to them by my parents. So after digging this hole, they expected me to leap in and pull them out. This was not my problem. But then I started thinking about the house itself. I grew up there. Put in a lot of work. A small part of me didn't want to watch my parents lose it even if our relationship was in the toilet. I'd spent weekends renovating the roof, replacing obsolete wiring, and repairing plumbing. That sweet equity would vanish if the bank foreclosed. Also, if I was going to continue paying for something, I wanted it to benefit me, not just fuel Ethan's sense of entitlement. So I created an offer. When I arrived at the house, Mom looked like she hadn't slept in days. Dad scarcely glanced at me as he let me in. I wasn't surprised to see Ethan.
Thank you.
Lena was also seated there.
Thank you, Trey.
Ethan had that arrogant expression on his face, as if he'd already won whatever game they were playing. He had gained weight and was wearing a showy watch which probably cost more than 1 month's rent. Typical Ethan. Broke, but keeping up appearances. I understand about the second mortgage, I said immediately, standing with my arms folded and watching their faces. Mom's hopeful expression immediately twisted into guilt. Ethan just scowled, perplexed. Tom told me everything, I added. Mom sighed. Tom ought to mind his own business. Maybe, but I'm glad he didn't. Otherwise, I'd still have no idea you were using my money to pay for Ethan's expenditures. Dad began to interrupt, but I held up my hand. Let me finish. I'm not here to fight or rehash the past. I have a solution that benefits everyone. I laid it out. I proposed that I take over the house totally in my name, managing the mortgage legally. A true official transfer. They could continue to live there, but only if Ethan and Lena paid at least their fair share of rent. The same rent I'd been paying since I was 23. Mom hesitated. This is our family home. We won't just sign it over to you, you act like it's meaningless. It isn't nothing. I responded, keeping my voice stable. It's your chance to keep it instead of losing the entire house. Currently the bank owns more of it than you do. If you continue to miss payments, they'll take it back. This is your best shot. Ethan jumped in. You can't just walk in and take something that doesn't belong to you. This was supposed to be my inheritance, he said, his voice rising with every syllable. You've always been jealous of me trying to outdo me. Now you're using Mom and Dad's situation to steal what should be mine. I laughed right in his face. Your inheritance, Ethan? You've scarcely stepped foot in this house in 10 years. I've been here looking after Mom and Dad and paying the bills, while you've been living your life 3 states away and bleeding them dry. His face turned red, but he had no comeback. He just sputtered about how I didn't understand his situation and how the job market was terrible right now. Rich, coming from a guy who'd had 5 different jobs in the last 3 years, none of which he'd held for more than 6 months. I'm not trying to steal anything, I said calmly but firmly. But I'm not going to keep putting money into a sinking ship without expecting anything in return. If you want to stay, you need to contribute. Otherwise that's fine, but I won't pay for you to stay here for free while I struggle on my own. The room went silent. Eventually Dad spoke. We'll think about it. I nodded. Take as much time as you need, but remember the bank won't wait. You're already months behind. Payments are the only way you'll get my assistance. As I turned to go, Ethan couldn't resist one last dig. This is bullshit, he muttered. You've always been trying to prove you're better than me. I just smiled. No, Ethan. I don't have to try. I just have to show up. The expression on his face was priceless. I think that was the first time I had actually stood up to him directly. Mom gasped, as if I had slapped someone. Dad just stared at the floor. But it felt amazing. Damn good to finally express what I'd been thinking all these years. For a week, I didn't hear anything. I assumed they were still arguing over it. Or more likely, Ethan was trying to persuade them to hold out for a better offer, or find another sucker to help them out.
Cool.
Probably figured if they ignored me long enough, I'd cave and just give them money with no strings attached.
Hi, Mom.
That's how it had always worked before. Then, out of nowhere, Lena called me. Her voice was shaking with fear. She told me Ethan hadn't paid a single cent toward the mortgage, even after they obtained a foreclosure notice. He was insisting that I was merely attempting to lure everyone into giving me the house and that it wasn't his obligation. But Lena wasn't buying it anymore. I don't want to lose the house, Noah, she said, her voice trembling. I know your offer is reasonable. I've been looking for a job, but Ethan keeps repeating that I don't need to work. Something will work out. He spent days playing video games and going out with his friends while my parents were worried about losing everything.
All right.
If I don't do something right now, she continued, I'll end up...
Goodbye. I'm gonna just turn off the story and focus in. Focus in. Okay. Why this guy got cars on him, dude? Why you got all that? Okay. Dang. Eh. Never mind, my sister just got back from school. Okay. That's cool. Calm down, bro. How did I fail? Summer school? Oh, that sucks. I had to go to summer school once. I wouldn't beat her up too hard about it. It's, sometimes things just don't work out. It's not always the student's fault. This is a demon? Hmm. Demon, yeah. What'd she do? She almost drowned you yesterday. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to beat this today. I mean, I might be able to. But, like, I gotta go in, like, probably 30 minutes. Saw this slime? That's kind of funny. I could probably do this in 30 minutes, but I got a birthday party to go to today. Dang, that would have been cool. And Landfall must have like a crazy reputation, I guess. They made Super Hot too. Like, that's a lot of games that they've made. I'm only now learning that they've made. Okay. I can't do what I just tried. No speedrunner skip there. Rainbows. Damn it. Dang it. There's speedrunner skip. Dang. Dang. Ooh. What? Did you figure out what to do yet? Yeah, I did. I can. I just gotta wait rather than doing what I was trying to do before. Ooh. Run to second phase a few times. Damn. I made a short yesterday. That's cool. Did you enjoy making it? That's good. No need to worry about views or anything like that. And if you had fun making it, you know? That's kind of what I do. I don't really super care about getting a whole lot of views on my stream. I know it's Spade kind of tries to get me to get more views, but whoa, I could care less. I just enjoy I enjoy streaming when I do. That wasn't the strat. Dang. I'll stop trying to do the speedrun strats on that one. Just deal the damage. Dang, I got caught in between. Get it? What is it with the games that I've been playing recently and all of them having a boss fight with the devil? Favorite game I've played so far? Or just favorite game in general? Because the favorite game I've played for 10 games so far is probably Cult of the Lamb. I'd never played Cult of the Lamb before, and I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. Hello?
Honey, will you put the garbage cans up for Grandma when you go out?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I didn't expect to like it as much as I ended up liking it. I also like Celeste, but I already know I like Celeste. Whoa. You're back? Nice. So I think this is like probably the last level until it's over. I think since I gotta go soon, I'm probably gonna end for today and come back another day. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna send you the end screen now. Goodbye.